sure you can see my food. All right, if you tuned in earlier, I did short ribs, and I've got kids that are having a meltdown, so I've got to be quick. Can you guys see the braised? So I pulled them out, and they're dark because they've been soaking in that beautiful braising liquid that's red wine. I use an entire bottle of red wine. So if you missed the beginning of that other video, go to my Foodie Princess YouTube, and the video's on there of how to make the braised short ribs. I've cooked them low and slow after I showed you guys how to do this, what to put in there. The only thing I forgot to mention that, because you know, you're on Facebook Live, is I did put about a good dollop of tomato paste. And you want to kind of put it in there in the beginning and kind of cook it out with the red wine. And it adds just a nice level of flavor in there. It's not too tomatoey, but it's nice. So I pulled the short ribs out. I've got all the other ones on a plate. I just put a few on here so you can see them. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to top this and how I'm going to finish it. And I'm going to do it really quick because my family's hungry and it's just been crazy here. Typical when you have a gazillion kids. So this is the braising liquid. I'm going to have to use my hot pads. And I'm going to strain it into a bowl. And this is all that meat juice and the garlic and the tomato paste and an entire bottle of red wine. And I'm going to put those garlic cloves in there too. And then this gets a little messy, but what I want to do is I want to strain, I don't know if you can see, but I'm literally pressing the garlic. Can you see what I'm doing, you guys? Can you see it? See, I have like words in the front here. I can't see what you guys see, so I hope that you can see. But what I'm doing is I'm using a very fine mesh strainer, and I had 2 cloves of whole cloves of garlic that I cut off, and I put them face down in the braising liquid. And again, the braising liquid was beef stock, a whole bottle of red wine, and just a little bit of tomato paste. And I'm taking these whole 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm gonna just mush it through there. Just get it coming through there. And it is gonna give off the lovely, sweet flavor of roasted garlic. I love it. Okay, can you see what I'm doing here? It's messy, but it's worth it. Okay, and see all this, let me show you. See all this? This is all that gorgeous garlic that has been roasting for hours with these short ribs. Okay? And then I'm just gonna kind of mix it together. All right, so beautiful. Move that aside. And then on another saute pan, I just took some bacon, and they, you know, lardons of bacon are just thick cut bacon cut into kind of like chunks. And I didn't have like that really thick cut bacon. I had just a applewood thicker cut, but not as thick as I wanted, but it still works. So I sauteed some of that with some button mushrooms. I just quartered them or cut them in half depending on their size, because you want them thicker. You want thicker pieces of mushroom, and 1 shallot in the bacon grease, and that's it. And so I'm gonna I'm just gonna spoon that on top a little bit right now of these beef short ribs. I'll put the plate up here because I don't know if you guys can see it. I hope you can. I'm gonna spoon on some of this beautiful braising liquid. See how gorgeous this is? This is that red wine, this is the garlic. And everybody's gonna want this. I made mashed potatoes, and I don't know if you guys have seen me do my mashed potatoes, but they're pretty luscious too. Lots of butter in those. And then save some of this liquid to put on top of your mashed potatoes, okay? And now I'm just gonna top up the rest, move that out of the way, the rest of this bacon. And of course this isn't as pretty as it would be if I was trying to plate it not on Facebook Live. But see how gorgeous this is? If you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to add them. If you don't like shallots, you don't have to add that. You really can cater to what you like. I like the texture of the mushrooms and the bacon, and then some flat leaf parsley on top because it's just bright and fresh. It's, you know, these flavors are kind of, you know, they're heavy. So it's nice to have something light. And that's it. Can you see? I hope you guys can see. My lights are weird tonight. It's like dark in here. I'm trying to get the light on the food. I hope you guys can see it. Here, I'll take a light. Can you see the food? Anyway, if you missed the video, go back to Foodie Princess YouTube. Super easy, braised short ribs. They're delicious. They're easy to make. It's something that you can prepare ahead of time if you're having guests over. Pop it in the oven, hang out with your guests, pull them out, and it's done. And I made mashed potatoes. I'll just tip those up. My mashed potatoes are bomb. See if the light is weird in here. Anyway, you guys get the idea. Hope you guys follow the recipe and do it. Very simple. Again, you can cater it. It was a little olive oil, salt on the nice ribs, and then I just put them on a pan on the oven, roasted them up. I added a bottle of red wine, the entire thing, because I had 12, so if you have less, you can do less. I added some tomato paste and 2 cloves of garlic, 2 heads of garlic that I put in there, and I let it and covered it with foil after it was browned. I reduced the wine first, and then I added some stock, so they were about halfway at least covered with the stock. Covered it and baked it low and slow, about 325 for almost 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours now, 3 hours. So low and slow. You could do it definitely in your Instapot, pressure cooker. You could do them in a crock pot. Same thing, just brown them first. That's the most important thing. Don't just put them in there. You want to brown them and develop the flavor. And then you want to take all that braising liquid, you want to strain it. That garlic, you want to press it through the fine sieve or a screen, gather it up, whip it up in there, and I just sauteed some bacon with some button mushrooms and a shallot cut up. Simple. You can omit if you just want to put the sauce and the bacon, you could do that. It's just, do whatever you like. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing, but I'm just giving you the idea. A very inexpensive cut of meat, get them on sale. What can I say? Hope you enjoy. My family is screaming they're hungry, so I'm gonna go. I know, red wine, right?